Hello and welcome to the Alchemists Well.
This is your spiritual podcast for grounded people.
Emily.
I'm KristaLyn and I am super grounded. I could not be more grounded. I am so in my body right now.
It's because you were ungrounded. You were flying
I
through the
was
air on
I was
Thursday. You got
uplifted.
launched.
I was uplifted. Um,
Yeah,
um,
anti-ground. You learned about
anti-ground.
gravity though. You were very
Good.
gravity.
Turns out I still don't like it. Gravity really hurts. I prefer not to deal with it.
For those of you listening that are like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Krista?
I got hit by a car.
Oh
It
my God.
wasn't my fault. I did everything right, I swear.
No, Krista was in the crosswalk. The lights were on. Other
The
cars had
flashing lights,
stopped. Yeah.
yeah.
Like it literally, Krista did everything correctly. The
I
car
did.
just sucks. Well, the person
The
driving.
car, yeah, the
I
person
have
driving
choice
just
words.
was not. Yeah,
I have choice words about it.
I'm glad because I feel
Krista's
like
nicer
I'm
about it
trying
than
to
I
be
am. I'm not nice about it.
I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can, until I have reason to not be. It's probably part of my trauma, but also the tippy tappies we hear now are Jack Jack. Yeah, I'm not
Everyone
really
also
sure.
wish happy birthday to Zelda. Happy birthday, Zelda!
Yeah, by the time you hear this, it will have been last week. But today we are recording on her birthday, and that's pretty cool. And, so by the time you heard this, also, it's been a while since the car hit me. So I'm probably
Okay,
way better by the time you're
Krista's
listening to
okay.
this.
Let me
Yeah,
just.
yeah.
Krista's all
So
right.
you can look at me, and I look absolutely normal as long as I don't move my knee into the
I was gonna
frame.
say you're just missing a leg.
Yeah,
It's cool. No, I'm just kidding.
no, it's fine. I only dislocated my sholders, so I'm taking
Only.
gentle care of that. I mean, I didn't hit my head on anything. I landed Black Widow style. I ran off. Everybody keeps getting bug-eyed when I'm like, I landed back in the street, so I got up and ran off the street. And they're like, you ran off? Yeah, it was 4 lanes of traffic that still needed to get to work. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was
But
a thing you did.
it was a thing I will not do again if I have my say. But I didn't have my say in that part either. My guides gave me 30 seconds of advance notice. Just enough for me to lean into the car instead of, getting hit over by
They
it.
were also hit with someone going like 35 miles an hour. Like they are truly
Yes.
and genuinely lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
Also, I will just say my dad is a ski patroller, or he was for like 25 years. And I have so much like base level like traumatic injury training just because of that, and like growing up in patrol shacks. When you told me you got up and walked off, I was like, "No, your spine!
Yeah.
Why
As
would
soon
you
as
do this?"
when the EMTs arrived, I was kneeling on one knee, bracing my shoulder with the knee, and I was like, if you need me to lay in a different position, you just let me know. But I didn't have pain. Like I did because I have trauma response training too.
Yeah,
But I was like, okay, there's no pain here, there's no pain here, there's no pain in my spine. I can move my hand, even though like I knew my shoulder was dislocated, but I was like, you can move your fingers so the nerves are intact. Like this is good. This is considering it's all well that ends. It's fine. So when
I've
the
never
EMTs
broken a
got
windshield with
there,
my body, so that's a
yeah,
fun thing for you to
I
say.
dented a hood and broke a windshield. The ENT said he was radioing it in. He was like, "We have a person versus vehicle," and I was like, "And the person won." Oh.
Person. Anyway, eclipse
Yeah.
season's been brutal.
It's been wild. And I want to just like caveat this in too. It's not just the eclipses we're experiencing by transit now. We are in the intensification phase, according to Ptolemy's calculations, of the 2024 April 8th Aries solar eclipse, right?
Yeah.
So a solar eclipse is why we're seeing so much in the headlines, why everything's so popping off all over the place, why everything's feeling so personal. And then the eclipses that we're going on right now, that's just a lot more chaotic energy adding to the mix. So it's a wild time. I didn't expect it to be. Well, also Uranus is stationing retrograde in Gemini for the first time on my lot of fortune, which y'all, I really want to emphasize, just because I got hit by a car and I can associate it with astrology. This is a thing. Just because I got hit by a car, we can tie it to astrology. Does not mean you are also going to have some kind of a dire circumstance. Everyone's
Sorry.
personal
All of our
astrology
listeners all of a sudden are
matters.
like an epidemic of getting hit by cars.
Honestly, I've had so many people be like, yeah, so and so was in a car accident this week too. Now that might be Uranus going retrograde in Gemini, right? But my personal timing had this showing up on many different levels, like turtles all the way down. Yours would have to do the same. And ironically, there were no death significators. So obviously, I'm fine.
You know, I know someone Who wrote a really good book about what to do after you've been in a car accident.
I said that to Jan. I was like, if I were afraid of cars now, I'd finally be qualified to have written my own book.
I actually had that thought the day that it happened. I was like, well, at least now you can say that you helped yourself.
I know.
I think you took it down.
One.
Oh, no, it's
that
over there.
one. Yeah, it's right there. I'm not going to reach for it. But yeah, it's called Driven Fearless, How to Get Over Anxiety After a Car Accident or something.
Yeah. Krista had never been in one until Thursday.
I was. I had helped a client through one, which is why they told me to write the book the way that I did. But at the time, I had been ridden off the side of a road by the bus and my car flipped over. I was just absolutely fine and crawled out of it. So like I don't get that kind of anxiety, fortunately. Like, I don't know.
You might get it in crosswalks now.
Yeah. Well, I went back to the crosswalk and crossed several times 2 days later to make sure that I could, feel better about it.
Good. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you did that. That was a good call.
Yeah. Yep. I went with Dan and I was like, this is what happened. And we stood in the middle of the road where it happened. And I was like, this is where it was and that's where that happened and whatever. So I feel like I processed it really well. And I have the support of a therapist, which is good.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you processed it super duper well. So
that or I still haven't. We'll find out.
Don't really know. Also, no more crosswalk injuries. You're banned.
Yeah.
You're banned from
Thank
it.
you.
Like, you're not allowed to do
accept that
anymore.
After my brain surgery, my dad said to me, like, you're not allowed to get any more illnesses, no broken bones or whatever. You've done enough. And I was 10 and I was like, I've done enough. And I truly have not broken. I've never been in a cast. I've never had any other major illnesses. And I really attribute it to Dad being like, no. And I was like, okay. So I'll take that and let it become gospel.
Also, if you're wondering, like, why, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're like, why do you now look like you're nautical themed? Like, did you change your entire outfit?
Have you gone to the beach?
Look, all the whales. No, I'm actually at my parents' house. I'm watching their dog. This was my childhood bedroom, which didn't used to be nautical themed. It used to be lime green with yellow polka dots on the walls because I am that person. But this is now my mom's office. So I'm in here and she loves the ocean. The whole room is underwater vibes. She's the one that I get the dolphin figurines. I don't know if I've ever said that on here. I must have.
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Then we look for dolphin figurines for your mom when we're traveling.
Every time we travel anywhere,
yeah.
She has like a little display over here I'd show you, but there's also a cross over there, and I'm like, not about that biz.
Yeah.
But there's a whole display of all the dolphins that we've gotten her, like right over here on the wall, which is really cute. It's like a shadow box made of driftwood because it's on brand.
That's really cute.
Yeah. Anyway, though, just to clarify, if anyone's like, what is going on with your background? That's what's going on with the background.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Also, when you're listening to this, you're out of eclipse season. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, you are clear. Yeah.
I hope you're feeling good about that because you should be.
You survived.
You made it. You're on the other side.
I truly thought last year's eclipse season was the wildest.
Yeah.
And now this happened and I'm just like, I will never underestimate them again. Just in case I hadn't learned the lesson last year. I did not get in an accident or anything last year, but we did have a stalker situation where I was, kind of stuck in a room with someone for a bit.
I had a severely traumatic time last fall eclipse season. Like, it was not chill for me. It caused like real actual problems for me for a long time. It still is causing me problems, actually. Isn't that fun? The stalker situation was included in that, amongst other things that we had to deal with. But you know what? It made me face some fears. It made you face some fears this year. And I do love facing some fears. I'll tell you what, I'm coming out on the other side. So that's nice.
Yeah. We both have Scorpio moons. So when you're like, fear, we're like, no, I will get rid of that immediately.
What are you talking about?
I am fear. Yeah.
Fear fears me.
Me.
Yeah. So definitely that's what I've learned that the fall eclipses are for me. Is overcoming fear stuff. So that's great. Yeah. But good stuff also happens. And I want to be like really clear about that. Like, good stuff really does also happen.
Well, and the fall eclipses are nearly done being fall eclipses. They're going to start teetering into summer and stuff soon. So
yeah.
It's not an all the time, every time thing. So even that's almost over.
It rotates. But when you're listening to this, if you're listening to this on Monday, happy equinox!
Yay!
We're in the past, so we have yet to experience it, but we hope the energy is beautiful for you today.
Yeah, it's still 77 degrees here with green leaves and all that kind of stuff. Bring on the equinox.
70.
Hey!
But I'm not in Tahoe. I'm over the mountain, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so 70 degrees here. Yeah. I will say this weekend though, I did take my daughter to a soccer game, also in Tahoe, and it was like 70 degrees, and I was like, "This is too warm. It's too warm."
Well, we say
And
that,
I
and now we're
always do
about to be
this.
in Thailand.
Oh, I know. I'm so excited for that though. Like I'm prepared for that to be warm.
Yes.
I'm not prepared for like my mountain town in the middle of September to be 70 degrees. That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm so excited. By the way, the next time you hear the next episode will be our last episode before it's going to be in Thailand. So like the couple episodes you'll listen to while we're in Thailand, you'll know that we're coming to you from across the pond, other direction, I guess, not British side, but still.
See, I said that yesterday, and Dan's like, "That's not a pond." I'm like, "Fine, lake. Like, what do you want? It's an ocean."
It's an ocean. Over the Pacific, we will have passed beyond Garbage Island.
Yeah.
Make it to Thailand. Sorry, it's
I wonder if you can see it from the airplane.
so cynical. I don't even know where it is in the Pacific. The Pacific is so big. The Pacific is so big. Anyway, all that is to say, we're excited for Thailand, and it's the equinox. So we're going to talk a little about what the equinox you should do today or tomorrow, honestly, because if you don't do it today, that's fine too. But yeah, because the equinox is the 22nd, which is when you should be listening to this.
Yep. The 22nd of September, 2025. East Coast time, it's around 2:19 p.m. So subtract 3 from that, and it's 11:19 a.m. for Pacific time.
Yep.
So, yeah, you get most of the day with it happening, which is cool. And, yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel as tumultuous as the summer was. When I analyzed the astrology for this year, the summer was the most active point, especially July, August, September, which really panned out.
Yeah.
So as we come into the end of September, which should be rounding out some of the metaphorical timing for the United States, fortunately, especially right at that time, we should be in the clear. We'll come into what in a story plot you'd have as sort of the reaction phase and the sort of processing phase. And I feel like there's a lot to be said intuitively about this, because by the book Astrology, we're not really looking at the Libra equinox for an indication from the year, because the Aries ingress had a fixed rising sign. That's the one that stamps the whole year. We can still look at the chart and like read into it a little bit, but it's markedly calmer when I look into the energy. The one thing I will say is we want to anchor ourselves. We're going to have to choose calm. We're going to have to choose balance. We're going to have to choose what justice looks like for us. And I think we're going to see justice doing its thing as an overarching societal measure as well.
Yeah, I will say, so it's interesting. Again, this equinox feels like definitely it's rebalancing some of our scales, which eclipse season unbalanced royally, like super intensely. Krista has vanished. It's magic. But yeah, it really unbalanced us royally. And so starting with the equinox, we start to kind of get our scales back in balance again. Again, it's in Libra, which is cool. But balancing that back out, I also see that as a theme for this fall season, is regaining balance. One thing I have been getting a lot of, and I do appreciate that you called it out, of like, we're going to need to choose that, which I agree. We are going to need to choose that. Like, it's going to be hey, we're going to choose where we're grounded. We're going to choose where we're in action. We're going to move forward with some stuff. A couple things that I've seen. One, I do think on paper, like, I think a lot of the unbalanced energy of the world, a lot of the energy there in like collective, in grander societal spaces, it looks like fighting on paper.
Yeah.
It looks like fighting on paper to me for the fall season. So instead of in summer, it was very dynamic, like more physical, more in person, like fighting, violence, physical things were occurring like across planet. This one feels a lot more like, well, we're going to propose this written thing and then this thing, like maybe we get the files. That would really be good to come out, because it looks very paper focused when I look at it. Votes, things like that. I think that's going to be a big theme across the world. I think we're going to see the same way we saw some like revolutionary type energy during eclipse season. I really do think in the fall we're going to see that, but less of a burn it down and more of a I wrote my way out like type.
Nice.
That's thanks. Double Hamilton reference. Anywho, in honor of their 10-year anniversary, obviously.
I know.
That's what I was doing. But that's what I keep looking at and seeing. I do also think I have a weird feeling that bribery is going to come into play.
I was getting the similar ping. I also feel like people are going to try to get a rise out of you so that they can be like, oh, look, you did that. But they're trying to plant that seed to get you to react.
Yeah.
So it's almost like bribery and instigation.
Yeah, I think bribery, we're going to get probably some headlines around bribes or something. But I also think that they may, especially in the US, I'm speaking just to US here, but I think there might be like a government stimulus situation to try to bribe people into liking the current administration more right before election time. I keep looking at it and I'm like, huh,
Yeah.
that's kind of weird, but I don't know. I don't know how it happens, but it keeps popping up for me.
Yeah. It's a lot of building the narrative or manipulating the narrative. And we're going to have to be very discerning and critical of how we react to what's presented to us and with what's presented to us. Because, you know, when I look at it, we're coming into Libra season. Libra is ruled by Venus. During this ingress, Venus is in fall in Virgo. Yeah. So she's not really equipped to do the whole justice balancing thing. The other planet that we could look at here is Saturn, who is exalted in Libra. And so Saturn being the sort of scale of justice in that case too. But Saturn is retrograde. And at a phase where it's in the middle of its retrograde process, it's not in Aries anymore. So it's a little bit less just going in and doing the active corruption stuff, but it's in the sweet talking, right? It's in the, like, how do I sugarcoat this for you and make it more bright and sunshiny and all that stuff. But it's going to end up back in Aries. So my puzzle piece there really supports what we're saying here of it's probably still the narrative. And maybe more an illusion than it would normally be. And to your point about Hamilton, we're coming into the lock-in of a lot of similar astrology to what was going on around that time.
Yeah,
it's not going to be exactly the same, so we don't have to panic, but we do want to like just say, okay, what themes do we see coming up, and how do I want to feel safest around this time, and how do I want to, you know, see myself in this story? Those are the things that I do for myself. Even, you know, got hit by a car, and as I was getting in the ambulance, I'm like, you're gonna have to tell this story later. How do you want it to go? And that's kind of how I do a lot of my process.
Yeah, don't wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait for it.
We are the one things in life we can control.
That was, believe it
You
or not,
wouldn't be able
guys,
to-
we're
we're
good at
actually both-
karaoke.
I was just gonna say we're actually both really good singers too. You wouldn't be able to know from this podcast.
You guys get us going with ABBA and we're all set.
Honestly, we should karaoke in Japan. We haven't made plans to do that, but we should totally do that.
No. Yeah, well, we're
But you
only
fly
there
out the next day.
we're there for the Disney day, and then I fly out, but you're there for a couple more days.
Lame.
No. I know.
I mean, karaoke after Disney would be too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, depending on how early, but that's a
Where are
personal
you
conversation.
staying? Are you staying in Shinjuku?
I don't remember.
This one, right? It's fine.
Yeah. I'll start anchoring into those details in a bit.
Yeah. I personally, I love Libra and Scorpio season. Obviously, they're like big part of my big three, so they like make me very happy. So it always feels really nice and balanced to me a lot of the times of like feeling that expressed. I will say this year it feels like things move very quickly still, and that's different for this time of year. Usually it's a little bit more like think about all the things that have transpired and sit with things and get cozy and let's do some magic and for some reason when I look at this I'm like, nope, we're on a racehorse. We're just gonna like keep on going. We're gonna thoroughbred ourselves through this thing right now because that's how it's feeling.
Well, and
which
I
isn't a
feel
bad
like
thing.
Our magic isn't the let's do some magic to make my space feel cozy. It's the no, you are a magician. Use your magic. Like stop treating it like it's a holiday decoration and start applying it. And like let it be something that is part of your lifestyle, part of your repertoire, and the things that you use when you actually need to accomplish stuff.
Literally. Like I've talked about it for a whole year at this point of like we're not in passive spirituality anymore.
Yeah.
We need to be in active spirituality. And like there's ways to do that that are not hard, doesn't take a lot of time, but you need to understand like your magic is real. Think of it as a commodity. Think of it as something you can use and start doing that in ways that feel good to you, in ways that feels aligned with you. It doesn't have to be some huge thing you do every single day. It could be like, no, today I'm using it to manifest something. Today I'm using it to make sure my energy is nice and clear. Today I'm applying more wards. Like, especially, I don't know if you notice this too. This is something very interesting that came up during eclipse season, and I think a lot of people are going to vibe with this. If you vibe with this, please comment a bug emoji in the comments on the YouTube.
On the YouTube, a lot of you have been giving emojis and Patreon and stuff, which I adore. It's not helping toward the YouTube thing if that was your goal. Continue to do it in Patreon if that's where you enjoy doing it. But the ones on YouTube are the ones that help the YouTube algorithm. It's so lame. But
And we would really like that. Or you can do it on Instagram clips. That's fine too. Or TikTok clips. By the way, please follow our Instagram and our TikTok. We would like to get to go live there as well for our ink spill stuff. And if you could just download this episode wherever you listen to the podcast, just hit a download, that would mean a lot to us. What is going on?
Did you hear that?
Like a rumble.
It's still happening. I had to let my dogs outside. Now I almost want to bring them in. So
Weird.
it's gone now. Yeah.
Anywho, what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, the bug thing. This eclipse season, bugs went freaking nuts.
Yeah. I've had a couple people on my lives talking about that.
For everybody. And if you felt that too, like bugs have been a thing. I was channeling into it because obviously it was a thing for me. I had gnats. I had a butterfly in my house. Who's ever had a butterfly inside? And the doors weren't open. I literally have no clue how this butterfly got into my house. And Weston had to like trap it and like gently let it outside. And then I had flying ants. And let me just tell you, I fucking hate flying ants. And they bite. They're mean. Anyway, beside the point. I was channeling in on it because I had a deep personal investment in what was going on with the bugs. Apparently, because there was so much chaos energy being infused during this eclipse season, bugs are such a direct representation of that. And like in both the like creation and organized way that chaos can happen, and also in the like generalized chaos way that chaos can happen, like bugs are a deeply represented thing there. And so chaos energy, how much was infused into our current collective, was activating all of the bugs to do bug stuff. So if you, as shitty as that is, it's awful, and we empathize with you if you struggle with bugs. Please tell us your buggy stories in the comments. We'd love to hear and hate on it with you. The butterfly thing was fine. Everything else, not fine. But beside the point, if you need proof that magic is like actively at work, that is the only explanation for the bugs on a collective level acting insane. And I mean it, the bugs were acting not normal. And so if you were feeling that too, yes, there you go. There's some proof just from right now. And the bugs should hopefully chill out now because we're not in eclipse season anymore. So it's a little bit less of that like intense, we were like under a magnifying glass. And like any energy coming through the magnifying glass was getting like amplified down here, chaos of which was one. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. And with this equinox, which is pretty cool, I do recommend, as with all equinox solstices, whatever it is, do some manifestation. What do you want to happen during this season? We're finally out of eclipse season. You can do that again. Congrats to you. Manifest some stuff in. What do you, in the next 3 months, what are you looking to call in? What are you looking to do? Doing some ritual work. I saw a video the other day, which she was like, I think people are going to be upset by this, but witchcraft isn't all about intention. Sometimes you can do ritual without intention and still have things work. And here I was thinking like, oh, intention is really important. I'm not pissed off about it, but like which direction are you going to take this in? As in like, you don't need to set intention and whatever. But no, it's like sometimes you do rituals and those work just as well as having intention and things. I'm like 100% for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you connect more with ritual stuff, if you want to make a money bowl, or if you want to, tap in and do some journaling, or, whatever that is, make a simmer pot, whatever feels good for you. Fantastic. If you connect more with like intention based work or other things that way, do that. But it's a really good time to dive in and do some manifesting for the next couple months until the winter solstice. Yeah. Especially. And pay attention to your dreams. All of eclipse season, they've been wild, but always, always, always on an equinox or solstice, whatever, it is a hyper activated dream time. So please, please, please pay attention to your dreams because they are significant right now.
Yeah, agreed. And to have like eclipse and then right into the equinox, it's wild. And we had that at the beginning of the year too, right? One of the crazy things is the lunation that occurs before the Aries ingress, so the Aries equinox, is significant for the whole year. This year it was an eclipse. And look at what we're getting.
And that's not like, it doesn't typically be like solar eclipse and then equinox. That is unique. No. Like we're not going to see that again for like what, 100+ years? Like a long time.
Yeah. I probably at least 8 or 9 years when the nodes flip. But still, it's significant.
But to have it the day before, like that's specific.
Yeah, the day before,
that's what I mean. Like to have it the day before and then the next day be the equinox. Like that is a unique situation energetically. So it's cool. Use that. Yeah. Like genuinely use it.
Or at least appreciate the moment that you're here for, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do something. Chat with your guides at the very least. Notice how you feel. Observe. Remember, you're embodying transformation. Let yourself embody that, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, because we are as a population of people so intimately involved in the shaping of society right now. And that's not something every generation has had the ability to say.
No.
So I really want us to all give ourselves credit for that. Own it. Embrace where your part is in that. Let the inspiration for where that is come to you. Don't try to force it or pressure yourself or anything like that. Sometimes you're waiting and then you're called in. It's okay. But just know you are here at an important time, and you are individually important because we are all doing this as a collective effort. It's incredible.
Exactly. It really is. Yeah, honestly, let's get through some stuff. Like, I'm ready to like navigate into this and dive it. Like, this year, guys, if you're tired, that's valid. Like, it's
I'm
so
tired.
valid. This year has been really, really hard.
I really thought, I remember like it was 2 days, probably last Monday or so, maybe even on this podcast, I was like, I think I'm on the other side of how hard this year is. I think I'm through it. Then I got hit by a car.
You're super through it. You just,
That's gotta be it, right?
True.
That's gotta be it.
oh my, don't challenge that. Let's just,
No.
we're just gonna, I do think on a personal level for us and anyone who's going to Thailand with us, it's going to be this really, really beautiful reset. I just feel it at the core. Oh, Krista, you're frozen. No, am I frozen?
So
I
what?
hope not.
Wait, okay.
Are
so
you there?
You're
Okay.
back. Am I here?
You're here.
Okay, so I
Yeah.
didn't catch what you said. I think you were going to say a beautiful healing process.
Actually, I said a beautiful reset. It feels
Okay.
like it's a reset button for us. Like our Wi-Fi is getting reset and we get to
Yes.
boot up again and then come back. Like
Yes.
we get the boot up process. Like when we get there, it hit the button resets and we get this whole boot up process throughout like the trip and then we get to come back. And I feel that so significantly for our travelers in general and for us. It feels really, really nice.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
really ready. So if you need a boot up process too, take this equinox as your own boot up process, as your own restart button. Turn it off and turn it back on again. Just see how it goes. Just your life. You don't have to do it with your
The
Wi-Fi. I mean,
solution
you can
for
do it with your
everything.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember, sleep is how the body turns it off and turns it back on again. So take rest.
Take rest. Take rest indeed. Oh man, it's going to be a dynamic season still. I don't want to sit here and be like sugarcoating it and being like, it's
No.
going to be calm now. It's not.
No.
But it is going to be a different type of dynamic as opposed to like how dynamic summer was.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to, I think, less inundation, more having to sort of sift it yourself. So just be aware of the mental and emotional fatigue that might come along with that. Plan your rest. I do a thing now where it's like no news Saturdays.
Nice.
Saturdays are totally unplugged. And the rest of the time I'm in the sauce of it. But Saturdays are my days for nervous system reset when it comes to that kind of stuff. So if you want to borrow that, feel free. Anybody.
Yeah, that's a great one. Also, go talk to the trees. Like truly, go talk to the trees. Like they have such perspective. It helps so much.
You go to them and you complain about politics, and they're like, "Who?"
Right?
That's right.
What do you mean? Yeah. I saw someone say this on a video and I was like, oh, I always do this like just intuitively because I naturally do it. But I think it's a cute little reminder. If you're ever going on a hike and the first trees that you cross that have the roots up over the path, they're the ones that are reading you. And they're telling all the other trees down the hike, like about you. They're the gossip tree, like 100%. I always, because to me it's always felt like a threshold.
Yeah.
I grew up in the forest. The language of trees is like a first language for me. So like... This is very normal, but every time I see a tree with the roots sticking out, I'm like, oh, hello, like, I hope you're doing well, like, just very intuitively. But they do gossip about you. Like, the trees do talk about you, like,
As
100%.
well they should. I mean, humanity is not really known for being the least chaotic thing to happen to nature.
Yeah, and if you carve into a tree, they get very upset. So just going to put that out there. I know it's, like, cute to, like, write your name in aspens or whatever. Don't do that.
There's a fairy named Krista in a cartoon movie that put it very, very well, saying like, can't you feel its pain? You just cut this thing. So
yeah, it's really interesting. In the forest where I live, if you hike through the aspen groves, you can tell which trees the bears like because they have deep claw marks from where they've climbed them or scratched themselves on them and stuff, which is super cool because you can see generations of bear like in the same tree based on how old the claw marks are and how far they are up the tree. It's like really cool. It's a cool thing. Yeah. Yay, nature. Nature and things in nature. Oh, come back, Krista, come back.
We're there.
There you are.
Yep.
I don't know if it's my internet or your internet, to be totally honest. So
I think mine's okay. But
I think mine's okay too. But
yeah.
I'm not in my house, so I could be totally wrong. And I already had some like Wi-Fi related things earlier today. So anyway, this is the gold that is our podcast. Is we are authentic. We share the authentic internet experience with you.
And the sound of somebody doing something in their yard.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents' dog keeps coming in and out. I don't know if you guys have heard her little like jingle bells or she's been like harumphing because she's upset that they're gone and she's stuck with me who like gives her boundaries and things. How dare I?
Oh no.
I know. It's literally the worst. And I didn't bring my dog, which she's also mad at me about.
Well, who doesn't love Callum?
Exactly. She loves him. She loves him so much, but he doesn't need to go through that for 2 days straight.
That's fair.
He doesn't need to be obsessed over for 2 days straight. I was like, that's not fair to him. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being listeners. We are just so grateful for you and this community. If you could watch us over on YouTube, it would really mean a lot to us. If you are just a listener, thank you so much. We love that you listen too. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah.
But that would mean a ton. Also, join us for the Alchemist Ink Spill Friday mornings.
Yes.
We have such a fun time. It is even more casual than this, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
We just vibe and we talk about like random stuff and it's super fun, and we talk a lot about like more spiritual tea. It's not so much, what's going on this week. It's more like, did you see this thing that happened? Oh my gosh. Or more recently, Krista got hit by a car. Let's talk about it.
That was the ink spill of the 12th. So this is going to be coming out on the 22nd. So actually, the next ink spill you will be able to join us for is going to be October 17th. Because
Oh yeah, because we're gonna have a little bit of break because we'll be in Thailand and Japan. We will be on a different continent.
Yes.
Yeah. And who knows? The fancy might strike us where we'll be like, hey, guess what? Ta-da, we're live. I doubt it, but
Yeah,
it
probably
could.
not on YouTube, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah. Please join us on October 17th. Mark your calendars. Mark it. Also, the next podcast episode or the one after that, one of them's gonna have a really exciting announcement coming real soon.
Yes. We will be
could
recording them
pertain
both
to-
on the same days.
Right? It could pertain to where we may be traveling in the future.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, wink.
We have
Real
we
excited
actually
about
have
that one.
2 situations that will be announcing for that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I might also have an announcement. Maybe. Yeah.
Very likely. Very
I
excited.
would like to have that announcement
Yes.
by then. I should. But
Yeah, you
anyway, so stay to get hype. Get hype for the next couple episodes because they're going to be real cool. Yeah, they're going to be really cool and really exciting. We're excited. We also have
I
some
just
fun
realized-
guests coming up.
Sorry, the horary we did is probably going to be accurate because it gave like another week of time.
Horror is super accurate all the time.
It works out. It's nice. Horary is a branch of astrology, everybody, if anybody's wondering. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. Again, like, share, comment your bugs, the whole 9 yards. Download this episode on whatever you're listening to. You guys are all awesome. We appreciate you. And we hope that you take this equinoxical. I know, I can see the word in my head, but I'm like, equinoxical. This balancing energy. And that you, 1, 2, 3, go make some magic.